there are some rather unfortunate realities that we have to live with. Sometimes I wonder why God made things the way he did. If you take vegetables, for example, they're good for you, we need to eat more of them. But if you imagine a mouthful of raw broccoli, it's not that great. And yeah, you can cook up the vegetables in such a way to make them taste better and even delicious, but it's never going to be an ice cream sundae. It's never going to be a strawberry cheesecake. It doesn't matter how good you prepare the veggies. Sweets, unfortunately, will bring a greater craving and desire to eat them for most people, which is why whenever you're checking out at Walmart, you're never going to see a broccoli bell pepper to-go bar. It's going to be a Snickers. And it's unfortunate, that what is bad for us is so tasty, while what's good for us is oftentimes less so. Well, King Solomon in the book Ecclesiastes has another one of these how unfortunate that God made things the way they are crisis. Except he's not talking about satisfying food. He's talking about satisfaction in life, contentment in life. Something like the modern person's notion of happiness. Everyone wants to be happy, but when people use the term this way, they are usually not referring to an emotion, like feeling happy for right now. Usually what they mean is a sense of contentment or enjoyment or fulfillment in life. And this is what Solomon is pursuing in Ecclesiastes when he comes to some rather bleak conclusions. Now, one of these rather bleak conclusions is in chapter 1, verses 12 to 15, which says, I, the teacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem. I applied my mind to study and to explore by wisdom all that is done under the heavens. What a heavy burden God has laid on mankind. I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind. What's crooked cannot be straightened. What's lacking cannot be counted. So he says everything is meaningless. Some translations say vanity or vapor. Everything done on this earth, it's like chasing after the wind. Some translations say like grasping after the wind. The idea is that you're reaching out for something that's ever evading you, just ever out of reach. And even when you think you've got it, you open your hands to realize it was nothing. It's gone. It's vapor. Solomon is lamenting the fact that all that a man can do, possibly, under the earth, or on the earth, under the sun, is meaningless. And God is the one to blame. He says this burden has been placed on people by God. So it's God's plan, according to him, that everything is meaningless. The NASB translates it this way. It says, it is a grievous task which God has given to the sons of men to be afflicted with. Wow. So this is a kind of cruel joke, it seems to be, that God is playing on us. What kind of God would create an earth with people with no way on that earth for them to be satisfied? Like what? And yet actually, this unfortunate reality is for our own best interest. Solomon says that it's God's plan that this happened. God's the one who made it this way, and there's a reason. As a matter of fact, we should thank God that nothing satisfies under the sun. That is to say, on this earth, nothing brings true peace and contentment except knowing Jesus. And we're blessed to have this dissatisfaction in life because we will ever have a craving for Jesus, an impetus to be saved. We will never be truly, regardless of what we might tell ourselves in our lost state, we will never be truly content or at peace while lost. And we should thank God for that. We may, like Solomon, try to satiate our longing for God with other things like pleasure or friends or love or wealth or projects, but ultimately that desire in us, that craving, is for Him. So what are you telling yourself, perhaps, today that you need in order to be happy? How is the condition of your heart? Do you feel content? Do you feel like something's missing? Whatever you might think it is, the solution is not getting that thing, but rather the solution is Jesus. So seek Him, and then you will find true peace and happiness.